Bob, viewers, greetings, greetings. Today
Hello.
Bob says hello right there. We're talking about hip flexors today. We know if our hips are tight, it can cause hip problems and back problems as well.
SI also.
SI as well. So you need to stretch them, but there's one thing you must do, or it's not worth stretching them at all. We're going to show you that one thing in just a
Beware.
minute. Sam's going to help.
Good.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
The hip flexors, and we do have them here very clearly shown with Sam. We've got some nice colored tape showing the location. Now, and I must say with our tapes historically, we always focus, as well as almost everyone else on YouTube.
Iliopsoas.
Right, which is the deep muscle here, and it's definitely a primary hip flexor. But that particular muscle is not alone. It has two other muscles that are very helpful. One is the rectus femoris, which connects to that ASIS bone right there, goes all the way down and is part of the quadriceps to the patella.
One of the four.
Okay. Now the other one is, I like this muscle, the sartorius.
You would.
Yeah. It connects from the same point on the hip, and it actually goes down and crosses over to the inside or medial aspect of the tibia. And what happens? Did you know? This is a little trivia. This is the longest muscle in the body.
It is.
Yep. Now let's take a look at the mechanics of this, because this is critical to understand. If you look at the hip flexor, the iliopsoas muscle, they have a very short lever arm. If we look here, come on, Sam, and this hip flexes, it's pulling at this angle, a very short lever arm from here to here. Now, if you look at the sartorius or the rectus femoris from this point, because they do connect to the same point and a similar point at the bottom, there is much longer, a much larger lever arm, so they have some advantages mechanically. So if we just stretch this muscle and we skip these two muscles, it's a problem.
We got to get all three.
Right.
All four.
And it's actually easy to do while you stretch, but I think most people miss it.
Right.
Including I've missed it myself.
I have to.
You know, and we've got this information from Rick
Olderman.
Rick Olderman, the therapist who's really paving the way for...
He's our man.
Yeah, he's our man.
He can do it.
He's done a lot of work to understand this. We'll get on with it in just a second. Okay, one of the easiest ways to stretch the hip flexors, in our opinion, at least my opinion,
I agree,
is lie on a bed or a massage table like this. Get to the edge. Now, Bob is going to slide his hips over until his left leg can swing over like this. Right now, with his knee in this position, he's starting to stretch the ilio.
I can feel it.
Yep, that deep muscle. Okay. Now, if he grabs this knee and pulls it up, you can even feel it more, can't you?
I can see my leg pulls up a little bit.
Yep, right here. When this goes up, now if I push down here, you feel it more. So we can stretch that iliopsoas. But the other two muscles, in order to get those to stretch, we have to get the heel this direction. Hey, you start to feel that, don't you? Yeah. So now we're getting that rectus femoris and the sartorius, those two long muscles with more leverage, and we're going to stretch them. Now, if you want to do this by yourself and you don't have someone to help, which most people prefer, take a belt like this, put it around the ankle, and simply... look at this, making Bob smile. So you're just going to go pressure on, pressure off, 10 repetitions, or hold it 15 to 30 seconds, and that'll also give you a nice stretch. Make sure you do both legs, and so you don't walk in circles. Okay, we've got more to talk about. Okay, the second option, you can do lying down on a bed. And actually, this one gets after the sartorius a little more aggressively, as well as the rectus femoris. So you can use a belt to help pull like we did on the other one. This belt is a little short. It's not Bob's belt. I think if we had a longer belt, it'd work. We're going to use a stretch strap. It actually has some advantages anyways.
Got the loops.
Yeah, so on your stomach, go ahead, Bob. Can you lift up like that? Now, we're going to get some stretch there in those two muscles, but we need something like this. And let it go over the shoulder. And Bob's just going to pull. Do you feel that, Bob?
Yeah, I sure do.
Ooh. Now, if there is somebody else around, you can do it yourself, but Bob, can you let off on the pressure? And now I'm going to just lift up and put a cushion underneath his knee, and that's going to even make it a little more aggressive. Use a pillow, a towel roll, whatever. How you doing, Bob?
Real well.
Now, to get this even more, so we get that sartorius, we want to go with some internal rotation of the femur. And what we're going to do is Bob's going to take this, there we go, and let that heel go to the side like this. Ooh. And you're going to get more aggressive on that sartorius, that long muscle in the body. And stretch. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing well.
Okay. You can use either one, whichever way works best for you, but one way or another, get those two long muscles stretched out. All right, Bob, that's enough. That's enough, Bob.
Okay,
We're done.
Good.
All right, thanks for tuning in. I'm sure your hips are going to feel much better to get those long muscles even longer. And Bob, once again, we can fix just about anything except for
A broken heart.
and we're going to continue to work on it, even though we're not making any progress
We're
over
going
the
to
last.
persevere.
Yeah, it's been 12 years and we've been working on it with no progress, but we don't stop. We will never stop.